Hello everyone and welcome back to English with Lucy. Today I'm going to help you out with some doubts. We are going to talk about 5 pairs or trios of very confusing English words. Pairs of words that native speakers struggle with too. Words like especially and specially. Why are they so similar? Ak'sept and ek'sept. Ashore, ensure, inshore. Inquire, enquire. Which ones do we use? I'm going to tell you. Right, let's get started with the confusing words. And to make this even easier for you, I have created a PDF worksheet. We've got all of the words, their pronunciation, all of the information from the video, plus some additional activities as well. Do bear in mind, this is a 2-part video. You can also find the second part in the description box, but the order doesn't matter. So the first one, we have especially and specially. Especially means more with one person or thing than with others, or more in particular circumstances than others. In my opinion, it's quite a hard word to define. It's easier if you see it used in a sentence. For example, I love Seville, especially in the spring. So I love Seville in general, but I love it even more in the spring. Or baby animals are cute, especially puppies. So I think all baby animals are cute, but I really think that puppies are so cute. Maybe that little bit more cute, that little bit cuter. Now, specially means for a particular purpose or a particular person. An example, I made this cake specially for you. Now here's the complicated bit. In British English, we tend to use the two interchangeably. It can be really hard to hear the difference when people speak. Specially tends to be less formal, and I think that part of the reason for this is because it sounds like you are lazily dropping a syllable. I made this cake specially for you. It almost sounds like someone's trying to say especially for you, but they're dropping a syllable. And actually, I would be inclined to say, I made this especially for you, and that is something that you will hear a lot in British English. I made this cake especially for you, I made this cake specially for you. So, in general, in American English, they differentiate between these words more, and in British English, we just use especially in formal situations and specially in less formal situations. But really, it does depend on the person and what they have grown up hearing. Number 2, we have loose and lose. So there's a big pronunciation difference here. Well, I say big, it's very subtle, but it is quite important. Loose with s at the end and lose with z at the end. But they are minimal pairs. They only differ in one sound, that final phoneme. Z, s. Loose is an adjective meaning not tight or not securely fixed. For example, I need to go to the dentist because my tooth is loosed. It's not securely fixed into my mouth. Or, I lost weight and now my clothes are loose. They're not tight, they are loose. Now, to lose is a verb meaning to not be able to find something or to fail to keep something as well. Examples, go to the dentist before you lose your loose tooth. Before you lose, verb, your loose, adjective, tooth. Or she wants to lose weight to make her clothes loose. She wants to lose, verb, weight to make her clothes loose, adjective. It is very, very common to see people misspelling these words and using the wrong one. So don't beat yourself up about it. I know I say this a lot, but seriously, it's just not the end of the world. We will understand what you're trying to say. Number 3, we have ak'sept and ik'sept. Okay, so with ak'sept, we use the schwa, ak'sept. And with ek'sept, we use an I sound, ik'sept. Now, in general, in British English, in modern received pronunciation, you will hear people just using the schwa for both. Accept, 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 accept. When you speak quickly, you often find yourself using the most convenient or efficient way of pronouncing something. So the schwa gets used a lot. Now, I'm going to use a and for emphasis so that you know which word I am referring to. Accept is a verb, but ak'sept is usually a preposition or conjunction. It is sometimes a verb, and I will touch on that later. But accept, as in to accept, is to agree or to receive something if offered. An example, I will not accept your apology. Or I hope they accept the proposed changes. Now let's look at ak'sept with the E, accept. It generally means apart from, or excluding, or with the exception of. An example, I study every day except Sundays. Or we look exactly the same, except my hair is darker. A little memory tip, the EX of ak'sept can be used to remind you that it is excluding. Excluding. Now to accept as a verb with an E is very, very formal and it is rarely used. It means to not include something or someone. You will usually see it in written English, and I'll explain why. Look at this sentence. Tours are arranged all year round, January accepted. Okay? So it's quite confusing if that sentence is said in spoken English. January accepted. Is January accepted, as in they agree to it? Or is it accepted, as in it is not included? When you see it written down, you can see it means that it is excluded. January is not included. You won't come across this verb very frequently. It's just another example of English being a pain in the neck. That's an idiom meaning really annoying. For accepted and accepted to mean the opposite but to sound the same. Oh, it's just so annoying. We have number 4, and this is a trio. We have ashore, inshore, and inshore. Okay, so the last two have the same pronunciation. Inshore, inshore. So let's look at the 3. To assure with an A is to remove someone's doubts. I assure you that I will arrive on time. Don't worry, don't have any doubts, I will arrive on time. To ensure with EN is to guarantee or to make sure that something happens. I need to study to ensure that I pass my exam. So assure and ensure are very similar. Assure with an A to remove someone's doubts, and ensure with EN is to guarantee that something will happen. To ensure with IN is to cover someone or something, like a house, with an insurance policy. An example, the insurance company won't protect my house against flooding. Now, frustratingly, some insurance policies also have assurance policies as well, which just makes it so confusing. But let's not worry about that. We know the basic differences between the 3. Finally, we have number 5, which is inquire and inquire. The same pronunciation again. They have very similar meanings. Well, actually they mean the same thing, but sometimes they're used in different situations. So they both mean to ask someone for information. Now, in American English, once again, they have made this easier for you. They tend to favour inquire with IN. So enquire, you won't hear it as frequently. In general, I'm having to make a lot of generalisations here. However, the UK, British English, we just like to make everything that little more complicated. Traditionally, to inquire, as in EN, to enquire, simply meant to ask. But inquire, I'm just using in and N for emphasis, so you know which word I'm referring to. Inquire was used for formal investigations. So I would enquire at a tourist information desk to see where the best ice cream shop was, but the police or a court would inquire about something. However, nowadays, both are used interchangeably. So people are just using words without knowing exactly what they mean, which is fine. I imagine eventually we will end up just favouring one. I wonder if it will be inquire or enquire. Time will tell, probably. Right, that is it for today's lesson. There is also a part 2 to this lesson, which I posted a week before this one. In that video, we discuss either and neither, or either and neither. We talk about the pronunciation and which one you should use. We discuss to bring and to take, advise and advice, practice and practice, and also affect and affect with E and with A. It's a very interesting lesson, if I do say so myself. And don't forget, I've made all of this easier for you. I have created a free PDF for you to download. It's got all of these confusing words, the pronunciation information, the clarifications, the examples, and also some additional activities that I think you'll really like. If you would like to download that PDF, all you've got to do is sign up to my mailing list. The link is in the description box, and the PDF will be sent straight to your inbox. Don't forget to connect with me on all of my social media. I've got my Facebook, my Instagram, my mailing list. I've also got my personal vlogging channel where I upload lots of subtitled, always fully subtitled vlogs, so you can use them as listening practice. They're all about my life in the English countryside. And I have just released my first ever course. It is a British English pronunciation course where I teach modern received pronunciation, that is my accent. If you are interested in that, the link is also in the description box, as well as a little code. Surprise! I will see you soon for another lesson. Mwah!